This is B.O.B. and welcome to episode 4 of my Survive and Thrive series. And check out my blingin' new outfit. Well, I kind of had to make the outfit. I was out exploring and I, well, through a strange turn of events, I found myself in a raid. I knew it was coming, but I ended up with the bad omen effect and decided to trigger the raid while I was away from home in the village that was nearby. And well, I think I was about 3 waves in, and the evokers brought in a whole bunch of X's and they ganged up on me and I died. The bad part of the story is I was so far away from home and I don't remember where that village was, so I couldn't get back to there. I tried. I ran around quite a bit. It was just lost. But I came back and I got myself a horsey in the process. But I came back and I did some more mining and I got enough diamonds that I could craft up this suit of armor and replace all the diamond tools that I had lost, and I still have some 13 diamonds to work with, so not completely broke. We're not out of business. One of the first orders of business here for this episode is correcting a derp, one of my many derps from the last episode, and that is this right here. I'm not building an iron from. That's not what I'm building. I'm building an iron farm. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace that and hopefully put the right words in this time. But then I also wanted to give you guys an update on the Kelp Farm we built in the last episode. Now that that's corrected. So let's hop over here into the cave I dug. And it has been producing. It's been producing well. During one of my overnight AFK fishing episodes, fishing sessions. Of course, this was kind of running the whole time, and it's filling up. Once it stops cooking, it runs out of fuel. I come over, I craft up some more kelp blocks, which I might just go ahead and do that now, so that way it doesn't stop anytime soon. I just craft this all up into blocks. And we can turn around and throw that right back in the fuel bin for these smokers. And that'll keep going. And eventually, we're going to end up with more fuel than what is necessary to fill up this chest. And that's kind of what I'm going for. Could get there a lot faster if I expanded this farm right now. But I'm not really too worried about that right now. We're gonna just go ahead and let it do its thing and keep filling up, and I got a few other projects to focus on in the meantime. And, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do a video here, Mr. Chicken. But I do want to get the base started, and I'm thinking I might need to level off a lot of this terrain up here. The towers that I want to build, well, I guess the flat part would be 8 blocks long, and then it is a 3-block curve, depending on how you look at it. So basically I want enough space on this hilltop to build one of those towers, and enough space on that hilltop to build one of those towers. And I'm thinking, now that I'm looking at it, there might not be enough room. I might have to actually modify that mountain in order to do what I want to do. But that'll be alright if I do a little bit of landscaping of my own, I'd have to bring the walls up from down there so it kind of fills out the mountain a little bit. I don't want things to look lopsided or uneven. Um, Also, I've decided that this area down here in front of my nether portal is going to be basically my farmland, or at least a big chunk of it. So what I'm probably going to do is level out a whole bunch of this dirt, bring this hill down, maybe get rid of that tree and this tree over here, and likely this one right beside me here. Bring everything down so it's flat with this level, and then it'll create a larger space for me to work in. And we're going to start putting in our farms, such as, you know, chicken farm, maybe some of our crop farms. I did find some bamboo in my adventure, so I'd like to get a bamboo farm going, so that way I could get myself some scaffolding together. That's going to help the base build go a lot smoother. But for now, I think I might go ahead and start stripping away at all this and see what it looks like when I'm done. Alright, and as you can see, I did level off a big chunk of this. I didn't take it all down to the level I initially said. Well, mainly because I wanted it to just kind of flow organically into that hillside. I didn't want to be stripping away everything, but this at least provides me with enough, you know, level ground that I can build the necessary farms. I don't need anything real huge. I don't need anything producing on an industrial level at this point. But what I will do is go ahead and throw my first little structure together, which is going to go right down here by our kelp farm. And the reason I want it right down here by our kelp farm is because it is going to be the auto smelter that I keep talking about and haven't built yet. So I decided to go ahead and build this on camera in case, I'm sure most people know how to build one of these things, but in case you're new and you're not sure, well, you can watch me do it, and it's real simple. I'm going to start off with the chest. That's going to be our collection chest, and then we want our 2 hoppers feeding into the back of that. I'm going to go ahead and place 2 furnaces down on those 2 hoppers. You want 2 more hoppers feeding into the back of these 2 furnaces. And then 2 more feeding into the top of that. And then we'll take our last couple chests. That'll be our fuel chest there. And I might have to actually scaffold up to build our input. No, here we go. This will work. Input on top. Boom. We got ourselves an auto smelter. So it'll bake twice as fast as a normal oven. Plus we can throw anything we want to cook into there. But, well, we need to fuel it. So let's go see what we've acquired down here. Oh, we got 1 furnace. 1 furnace not cooking anything. So, oh, look at that. Look at that. Well, let's go ahead and just take a whole bunch of this. That'll provide us with a stack of blocks. There we go. So now we got enough to get it started. And I'm going to go ahead and get some cobblestone cooking. So we actually have some stone to use on our build when we get that started. So come over here and grab some of that. Grab all of this cobble in this chest. Go ahead and just throw all this in our input here. There we go, auto smelter at work. And now to decide where to go next. Okay, and I kind of thought of a thing. I mentioned I wanted to build a chicken farm. Well, in order to fill said chicken farm, probably gonna want some eggs, because that'll be the easiest way to do it. So if I could just, oop, I should maybe think of a better way to do this. Get back in there, Mr. Chicken. Excuse me, sir. I would like you to go in here. Come on. Come on, buddy. There we go. And, well, how do I free the chicken now? Oh, there we go. So now that chicken will be trapped in there for good. Every egg this chicken lays will go into this chest, and eventually it'll just be a bunch of eggs to work with. I'm going to go ahead and throw that egg in there. And then we'll be able to fill up a chicken farm relatively quickly. I could increase productivity by putting more chickens in here, but I just really don't think it's necessary. I mean, there's not a whole lot of use for chicken eggs, right? I mean, spawning chickens, baking cakes, I don't know, you know. I'm either eating cooked meat or golden carrots usually. So once I get an automatic chicken farm, it'll automatically cook our chicken for us and everything else. So that's going to take care of our food source. In the meantime, I just, you know, eat cooked cod or whatever I might have lying around. But this is going to be our source of eggs. Mr. Chicken right here. Okay, I got another little thing thrown together here. This is going to be a wool farm. You might be asking yourself, well, why does that look so funny there? What I've done here is I've taken a grass block and I've shoved it down into a hopper mine cart, which is sitting on top of a hopper, which feeds into a chest. Of course, what I've just realized is me putting that cobblestone on top of there is going to prevent grass from regrowing, which is going to be essential for this farm working, so I might need to change this landscape around just a little bit before I put a sheep in here. And I suppose if I were to use glass here instead of the cobble, that would allow grass to grow. I don't know if that grass there will grow, having not already been grass. That's an interesting question. It should still grow, I would think. But the idea is you want as much grass blocks as you can around this block. See, I have an observer facing that grass block underneath, and that will detect whenever the sheep eats the grass. So every time a sheep eats grass, it'll fire off this dispenser, which is going to have shears in it, which is going to automatically shear the sheep, and that's going to drop right in the block that the sheep is in. And as you can see, if I throw something in that one block spot right there, it goes into this chest right here. So that's going to collect wool for us automatically, and it's only going to be the one color, but I figure if I could just start off with a white one for now, we can dye any color we might need. And there is a white sheep right up here, so I'm going to lead him. And in the future, I'll probably build one of these for every color of wool. We can just, you know, dye the sheep whatever color we might want. And oh yeah, there's that grass right now. And we'll be good to go. We'll have as much wool as we should possibly need. Yep. And boom, we got our sheep. Wool farm intact. I just need to break this lead, and that should end up down in our chest. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw just 2 pair of shears in there, and that should do it for us. Now, whenever the sheep eats the grass, it'll automatically get sheared, the grass will grow back, so on and so forth, and that process will just continue. What I might want to do actually is throw a few torches up on top of this. Oh, I guess I got them here. And then that too will help the grass grow back a little bit more quickly. Plus, you know, keep mob spawns down. We don't need a bunch of mobs spawning in our farm area. Alright, now just to update, as you can see, It is producing. Wow, 4 already. I actually didn't hear it go off that many times, but you can see the grass is regrown, so when the sheep gets its wool back, it's going to eat that grass, and then we're going to have 5. And not that we have any immediate need for wool, but it's collecting if we do, and we got some eggs already, so there again, not that we have any immediate need for the eggs, but they're there for when we do. And both of these things, they're just temporary. I mean, they don't particularly look great, but they are some materials that I wanted to start collecting soon, so I figured these were quick farms I could throw together. Now this one, however, this one's probably going to stay, and I'm probably going to build a second one that looks exactly like it, because one of them is going to be bamboo, and one is going to be sugarcane. Now for the bamboo, I don't think I really had to do the water on the inside underneath the glass here. For the sugarcane, maybe, but I'm pretty sure bamboo will grow just about anywhere. But, I mean, like I said, I'm going to build both the farms the same, so I guess just to kind of keep things, I don't know, even. You know, make the farms match. I decided go ahead and build them both the same way. So this is the foundation of the farm, and I'm going to have to wall this in, but for now I want to go ahead and just throw these pistons across the top of these glass blocks here. And then, in order to get this thing built, well, I guess I could jump up on the back of that. We want to go ahead and just throw observers on top of these pistons here. And I might not, yeah, I'm going to have to throw some dirt down the scaffold up to go the whole way across. And then, let's go ahead and remove that dirt block. All we got to do here is throw some blocks across the back of these pistons, and that should, and we'll be able to test this theory whenever these observers detect an update. Well, maybe not. Maybe I gotta redstone dust it. Yeah, let's do that. I guess they would only fire one at a time, even if it was Bud powering that one block. But yeah, I guess redstone dust would help with this. So just run dust across the back. And now, when these observers detect a block update, all the pistons will fire. So I can go ahead and plant my bamboo in here. And just a disclaimer, this is not the most efficient bamboo farm. I will get lost at it. There will be bamboo that falls on the sand blocks and will not go down into the water stream, therefore will not be picked up by the hopper or land in the chest. But, I mean, I still believe it's going to produce, you know, more than I need. I know I had very similar farms set up in my old world for both bamboo and sugarcane, and yeah, it got to, ooh, that's no good. I can't get that glass back. But it got to the point where, I mean, it was harvesting way more than I needed. So I think this is going to be just fine as it is. Did I miss a block in there, or is that just the way it plants? Yeah, that's just the way it plants. So that should be good. So now once that bamboo grows up above the observers, it's going to extend the pistons, and all, well, at least most of the bamboo should fall into the water stream and down into our chest here. So that's bamboo farm done. I'm going to go ahead and throw the bamboo I got in here just to have it all in one place. Alright, and here we go. Sugarcane Farm up and running right next to the bamboo farm. And this may very well be a permanent structure. I'm thinking when I get some other farms around in here, I'm going to have a path type situation that's going to lead right past these. And as you can see, there's some bamboo on these blocks here, and that's exactly what I mean when I say this farm is not lossless. Like, there will be pieces on both of these farms that are gonna land on the sand and not end up in our chest. But if I have a look in here, we're at 45 bamboo already, and that has been running long enough for me to build this farm. And you kind of saw me build most of this one, so that gives you a rough idea of how fast the thing produces. There it goes, harvesting more already. So we do have, we got a couple farms up and running today, and I'm pretty pleased with that progress, even though none of this was really on our list for today, but it's really all about getting that base started, and I kind of wanted to buy some time while I had some stone cooking, and I'm realizing now that I also need to get some netherrack cooking, but I do believe that is going to be about all the time we have for today. So I did want to go ahead and mention again that I would like other players to join this server. So if you're playing on PlayStation 4 and you'd like to join a multiplayer server, maybe go ahead and drop your gamer tag down in the comments. Maybe you get a friend request from me and you can join in. I want people who are interested in building a community and not just, trolling and destroying. So please, if you're not really interested, don't bother. But if you are, hey, give it a shot. We could maybe build some fantastic things. But on that note, I would like to thank everybody for watching. Oops, I just knocked the torch down. And if you did enjoy the video, please remember to hit that like button. And if you're interested in seeing more, remember to hit that subscribe button. And well, I guess there's nothing left for me to say, but have a wonderful day!